Welcome. In this video I'm going to explain and show you some of the coolest new aspects of the PlayStation 4's 1.7 firmware, but I'm also going to show off some of the very hidden features of the operating system that you might not even be aware of. There's some pretty useful stuff in there. But first up, there's some nice things. You can see there that the DualShock's battery life is already listed. That wasn't there before, and what's new loads up faster. But in notifications, at least I haven't seen this before, that in uploads it now lists like all the cloud saves that are automatically uploaded. Usually this has only listed the screenshots and videos that I've uploaded. Another new feature you can see is from PlayStation, so you can imagine there could be like E3 announcements and that kind of thing here. So another new feature in 1.7 is, and this is pretty welcome, so you can either use the PlayStation button to go there or use the power setting that I clicked, and you can swap or switch between users a lot faster now, so you don't have to log out and then do the whole thing. From the beginning you can just simply swap users, which is pretty handy. And I know a lot of us wanted this feature, a lot of people requested this, so you can now actually dim the light bar on the DualShock 4 controller, and you do it in the same places where you switch the user. So you can see there's three levels, so there's bright, there's medium, and there's dim, so you cannot turn it off, but at least you can dim it, so that's helpful. And the jury's still out, like, does that actually help the battery life or not? So a nice new thing in 1.7 also is that when the controller shuts down and you press the PlayStation button to get back into the game, so to speak, you'll just get that little pop-up that you saw in the top right hand corner instead of having to log in again, which is great. Moving on, going back into the party, there's a nice new option in 1.7, which is group message, so you can easily like share a screenshot with all the folks in your party by using the send message to all command that was there on the right. Then one of these features that's very much hidden in the operating system that I mentioned early on. So when you're in the party and you put the cursor on top of a player's name in your party and you click options, then join session shows up. And a lot of people just don't know about this. You just press the option button, click join session, and this allows you to join your friend's game session. And so I just have to click Marco, then click options, and then join session, and off we go. Of course this depends on the game, so if there's like no multiplayer like in Trials Fusion, then the option doesn't show up. Continuing with the same theme of showing off some of the more hidden options of the operating system, so when you scroll through all the items you have on your system, you can see that it takes a while for the HUD to show you that you can press the option button to actually access options. Like, there you go, and you can actually look at the update history of each game. So here you can see all the awesome additions that the Guerrilla folks have made to Killzone. So this is a very quick way to look at through all the patch notes. A lot of people just seemingly had no idea that you can actually do that. And going back to 1.70 specific features, so the keyboard's been improved, so there's two new methods of typing. You can use the touchpad, or you can use this funky motion control kind of typing thing, which is pretty odd. But by far the best addition is you can see if you press L2 and triangle, that allows you to access other set of characters like the @ character, which you use in email addresses. Before you had to scroll down, click, open the other set of characters, select @ then go back to this keyboard you see here. So that's a small but very important improvement made to the keyboard. So then I do apologize for the relatively bad quality of the sound in this video. I'm going to improve on that. But talking about sound, if you go to settings, there's a very nice new feature in 1.70. So you go to devices and then audio devices, and when you plug in your microphone, you can now actually adjust the level. So there's 2 meters here, which are extremely helpful. So you know, if you're in a party with a lot of people, somebody hears you really loud, somebody hears you too quiet, or you hear somebody too loud, you can adjust your speaking volume here, which is really good. Another feature, I'm not even sure if this is new or old, but I didn't know of it before, so you can adjust the depth of the PlayStation camera. So you can see there before the depth adjustment, the frame would be really small. I could just barely fit in it, but now the camera is still in the same place, and the view was a lot more wide, which was great. Critical new feature that enabled me to capture video off the PS4, of course, is the enable HD CP, but you do need it on if you want to watch Blu-rays or Netflix. So on to trophies, and there's a new feature here. A lot of people requested this, and it's still pretty limited, but you can now at least sort the trophies by rarity, which is kind of nice, but would be nice to have more listing options, but at least you have rarity now in there. So on to the share button and the new features associated with it. So you can see there's prompts now for save screenshot and save video clip down there. For me at least, the video recording still seems a bit broken. I don't always get the last 15 minutes. It's still relatively random, but the nice addition now is that for when you broadcast gameplay either on Twitch or Ustream, you can finally now do it in high definition. You can see there's the quality tab, and you can select best, which is HD, so that improves your stream quality a lot, which is great because a lot of the streams up to this point have been pretty low in quality. So just start using HD. When you actually do start broadcasting, you'll notice they've changed the layout, and this is a big improvement because the comments are now, instead of being at the bottom, they're at the bottom right hand corner. So another feature not everybody knows about is if you click your profile, you can actually access the share gallery from there, and actually it's here where you can delete the assets. If you click the share button and look at your assets, you can only look at them, you can't delete them. But if you go to your profile and then access the assets, you can delete them. And here's the big new thing in this firmware: so you can now copy to a USB storage device, so it can be an external hard drive, a USB memory stick, but it has to be FAT32 file format to work. Moving on, so if you use the capture gallery to look at your screenshots and you want to upload, you'll notice you can only upload one screenshot at a time, which is kind of odd because if you use the share button to share, so if you're like in the main menu or in a game and you click the share button, you can then actually do a batch upload, which is a new feature in this new firmware. So the friends list also has an addition that'll just pop up in a second. So now there you can see it lists mutual friends, and if you scroll down all the way down to the bottom of the list, there's view all, and then you can see all your mutual friends. So on to the final bit of the video. We're still here at the friends list, and you can see that accepting friends or real name request is a lot faster now because there's an actual accept button there on the top right hand corner. That's it. That's not all that there is in 1.70. It's a great update. Lots of nice features, a lot of under the hood features, making the operating system faster, things like that. Thanks very much for watching. Leave comments, positive or negative, preferably positive, but constructive criticism is great. And please like and please subscribe. And until next time, thanks very much for your time.